Joining us now from Washington is Margaret Brennan, the host of Face the Nation. And Margaret, first of all, welcome back from maternity leave. We hope you and your son are doing well.
Thank you.
You came back just at the right time. Florida is back in the crosshairs during another election, and we're all having flashbacks.
When are you not?
Of course. Is anybody surprised? Let me ask you this, Margaret. What does President Trump stand to gain by weighing in on what's happening here in Florida?
Well, it looks like as the race narrows in terms of this vote count that the president is pushing for some sort of either entertainment of the case before the courts, or at least at a minimum to cast doubt on the outcome if Republicans in not just Florida but in Arizona, where the president has also cast some doubt on the vote there, if Republicans lose or their win seems narrower in some of these races. Arizona, Georgia, Florida are all in the crosshairs, and the president has been tweeting about this. It, of course, is a dangerous thing. There in Florida, you've got already tensions high around what's happening in Broward County, and the president weighing in without providing any evidence of the kind of fraud he is claiming, and he's using that term, fraud, is a dangerous thing. We're going to talk about what's next and see where vote tallies are on Sunday. We're going to speak to Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and Senator Lindsey Graham. We've also got Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi, who many are expecting to take over the speakership when Democrats take control in January.
Okay, Margaret, let's shift now to Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker and what impact he's having on the Mueller investigation, how you see this all playing out.
This, how anyone who takes the job of Attorney General will approach the Mueller investigation, the Russia probe, is a question at the top of President Trump's list. Remember, Jeff Sessions, who was forced out of this job, really was a good soldier when it came to enacting the Trump agenda. His original sin was that he recused himself from the Russia probe. So this is front and center for the president's mind when it comes to anyone in that role. And with Whitaker in this acting position, there are so many questions being raised about whether he should be allowed to fill this spot, even temporarily, given that he never went through Senate confirmation, something that the deputy, Rod Rosenstein, did. So is it legitimate for him to be in this role? Is it ethical for him to be in this role is another big question, given that he has made public statements that indicate he has his own personal doubts about the Russia investigation. So questions, how could he oversee it legitimately if he is already prejudicial in his thinking? So we're going to talk about that as well on Sunday's show, because this is key for all Americans. This is the chief law enforcement officer of the United States of America. It's a job that we need to be talking more about policy-wise.
All right, Margaret, really nice to see you. Congratulations again.
Margaret.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And join Margaret for her return to Face the Nation Sunday morning at 10:30 right here on CBS 4.